Welcome back to Goodnight, Lighthouse. I'm Miss Dorothy and I'm here to read you another story. We've been reading a lot of stories about fall. Remember, fall is when it starts to get a little colder outside. The wind blows a lot, leaves fall off the trees. Well, I have a story tonight about a big bear who learned something about fall. And it's called Sneeze, Big Bear, Sneeze. Why would he sneeze? Well, he is around a lot of fall color leaves. I wonder if that has anything to do with his sneezing. I don't know, but we're going to have to get into this book and find out about this big bear and why he has to sneeze. Are you ready to get inside this book with Miss Dorothy? Good. I need you to sit up and listen up because here we go. Sneeze, Big Bear, Sneeze. Written by Maureen Wright, illustrated by Will Hillenbrand. The wind whipped through the autumn woods and swirled to the spot where Big Bear stood. She whirled the leaves right off the trees just as Big Bear let out a sneeze. Achoo! Bear sneezes. The wind said, Bear, can't you see? The leaves flew down because of me. Bear said, Wind, it wasn't you. The leaves fell down when I sneezed. Achoo! Big Bear tried to nail the leaves back using a hammer and some tacks. The wind blew the leaves off the tree, but Bear thought he did it because he sneezed, and he's hammering the leaves back. The wind kicked up and raced to the sky, swinging down low, then spinning up high. She said, That bear knows nothing at all. I dropped the leaves because it's fall. Big Bear walked as the cold wind blew and came to a tree where apples grew. Just as Big Bear let out a sneeze, Achoo! Branches shook in a very strong breeze. Oh my, said Bear with an unhappy frown, watching the apples drop to the ground. He knew as they fell with a thumping sound that sneezing had made them all fall down. Well, now he thought because he sneezed the apples fell. The wind said, Bear, can't you see? The apples dropped because of me. Bear said, Wind, it wasn't you. The apples fell when I sneezed. Achoo! He put the apples on the branch of the tree, stacking each one carefully. He's trying to put the apples back on the tree. Bear is so silly. The wind swirled round the forest glen, dipping and wicking back again. She said, That bear knows nothing at all. I dropped the apples because it's fall. That's what happens in the fall. Leaves go off the tree, apples fall off the tree. Big Bear lumbered down to the lake. 20 geese rested, not one was awake. Oh, look at all the sleeping geese on top of the water. Just as Big Bear let out a sneeze, Achoo! Waves splashed up like a stormy sea. The geese flew off with a honking sound, flapping great wings above the ground. Oh, they're going to fly away. Oh my, said Bear as he looked up high. What have I done? He said with a sigh. The wind said, Bear, can't you see? The geese headed south because of me. Bear said, Wind, it wasn't you. The geese flew away when I sneezed. Achoo! Oh, poor Bear thinks that he made the geese fly away. The wind spread round the autumn woods, then circled back to where Bear stood. She yelled, Big Bear, I've had enough. I'm tired of this crazy, ridiculous stuff. The wind is chasing the bear. Wind took a deep breath and let it out with a whirling, twirling, mighty shout. I whip the leaves right off the trees and drop the apples whenever I please. I scare off the geese before they freeze and tickle your nose to make you sneeze. The wind is doing it all. I do it all. I'm the autumn breeze, says the wind, because the wind's supposed to blow in fall. Big Bear listened and scratched his head. You could have told me before, he said. The wind's deep sigh shook the sky. Bear said, It's time to say goodbye. Now it's getting too windy. He ran to the safety of his den deep in the heart of the forest glen. Suddenly the bear's door slammed shut. Big Bear's eyebrows shot right up. Uh-oh, what made the door slam? He jumped in bed and covered his head. I know my sneeze didn't do that, he said. It's only the wind on a blustery night, so no more sneezes. And he blew out the light. Wow, that is one very silly Big Bear. Every time he sneezed, he thought he was causing things to happen. Leaves falling off the trees, the apples falling off the trees, and the wind was like, hey, it's me, I'm doing it. And then he ran back home, and the wind blew his door shut, and he's like, I didn't do that. And then he jumped into bed where he thought he would be safe. This is a silly, silly Big Bear. But he did have a lot of fun out there in the fall, trying to put the leaves back on the tree and the apples back on the tree. What a silly bear. I think I like this bear. I might have to see if I can find any more books about that Big Bear, because I think he would be a lot of fun to read about again. But not tonight, because tonight it's time for all my big bears to get into bed. Just like this Big Bear, I need you to crawl under your covers, get cuddled up, curled up, ready for a really good night's sleep. And tomorrow, if you're out playing in the fall leaves and you go, achoo, don't worry, you're not going to knock any leaves off the tree. That's just what happens in the fall. And when you are out playing in those fall leaves, remember, obey, and obey right away. And then come back and see Miss Dorothy. I'm going to be sitting right here, ready to read another book to you. Bye! Thanks for reading with Miss Dorothy. I hope you enjoyed this book, and I hope you'll come back soon to read another. What's your favorite book? Drop Miss Dorothy a note and let me know. I'll go find it, and I'll read it to you. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share. I'll see you soon.